Hey there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach, and this is now the third intro I've recorded for this episode. Um, let's just roll the intro. This episode is kind of me telling a few red pill stories directly out of my life. And once again, I'm just, sharing some stuff, getting it out there. Hopefully, through my journeys and adventures, it might help a few of you out. Don't know. This is the second part, though, and there will be a third part. So tune back in for that one as well. But I'll see you back at the end. When I worked at the Evil Corporation, and I've mentioned this before, I was heavily outnumbered. I was the only full-time male employee that was not management. There was no other full-time male employees in that store. You either had to be a supervisor or a manager to be a full-time male employee, except for me. And the reason why is full-time in that Evil Corporation was a guarantee of minimum 28 hours. Now, when I first started working there and I went full-time, you could get up to $3 above minimum wage. By the time I left there were people that had been working there 8 years that were making a nickel above minimum wage. Because the company screwed them and the union was stupid, and yeah, there was a lot of dumbness. So anyways, this corporation is where my ex and I met, and we started dating, and the difference in opinions the women had in that store between the two of us was astounding. I wasn't deemed good enough for her because I didn't make enough money. We both worked the same damn job. Okay? I had been to college. I didn't have any kids yet. We got together when I was 23, 22, 23. I can't remember exactly. I think it was 23. She was a couple years older than me. She had already been married once. Already had 2 kids. She had one of the kids right out of high school. So, when you look at all these things, okay, and I'm not putting down my ex, okay, I'm not saying these things to put down my ex, but when you look at these things, okay, so she, and I'm not going to talk shit about her first husband, because there was a whole bunch of other shit there as well, okay? So when you look at this, okay, and then you look at me, but we're both working the same job, and somehow I'm the lesser person. Couldn't find work in what I went to school for, because I went to school for something I just never should have went to school for. I didn't want to go. First time I went to college for journalism. I didn't have the grades to go straight to university, so I had to go to college first, which is why I opted to go for journalism, because I wanted to go later. Later, I wanted to go to university for English, and I figured this would help get me there. My ultimate goal was to go into teaching, and which would have I still would have ended up in the same spot, because I have friends that went into teaching. Guess what? They were in retail a decade later. So, anyways, I had actually been working all my life. She had settled into a relationship basically with the guy that she dated in high school, got knocked up with, and then a whole bunch of other shit, okay? That, without, I don't want to give away too much personal stuff, just the shit that I kind of directly was affecting my life. but I was seen as the lesser person. There were girls in the place that honestly would say, you guys would be such a great couple if he just had a better job. I didn't even have a kid in this relationship as a factor. Okay? But somehow I needed to have the better job. Okay. I always hear about these strong female blah 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 blah. But when you look at most women, and when I say most women, I don't mean all women. Definitely not all women. But if you look at most women, like in my experience, okay, let me rephrase that. From my experience, most women, when I was out there using dating websites, for example, if you had roommates, which I do, live within your means. Get roommates. If you have the rooms, get roommates. It helps break up the bills a little bit. It's a wonderful thing. And no person should live truly on their own for too long, I think. But, like I was mentioning the one woman, she always would complain that I had roommates because, we didn't have as much privacy. She had kids that lived at home with her. And, so it's not like we can go do those things over there. We got to be more quiet, more cautious, and blah, blah, blah over at your house than we do over at mine. Why the fuck do I have to have the house to myself and pay all these extra bills because you have all these financial responsibilities? Women really do frown upon men having roommates, and I've seen it everywhere. But the same women that'll frown upon men having roommates either have roommates themselves, have kids, or still live at home with their parents. So that tells you that they're looking for an escape to go to and they want you to provide it for them. That's my views. Just my views, okay? But I've seen this a lot, and I mean a lot. Thanks for watching, as usual. Appreciate all your help, your watching, your patronage, your etc., etc., etc. Speaking of patronage, Patreon, baby. There's a link below. Come and join us there. Been a while since I'm just starting to push that again. Otherwise, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. Those work back and forth to help both of us out. You get information when I get new videos out, and I get new subscribers. Or it helps, boost my analytics, get the videos seen a little better. Outside of that, peace, love, take care.